go. There's still time for more here. The winger is a little bit too narrow. But Belgium knock it on. Good recovery from Aaron Evans in defence. Oh, lovely show and go. And Wales make great yards through Jake Harries. Oh dear, but it's a penalty. I think they just got their substitutions a bit wrong there, and Tiffin Bondon carries it on. Loic van Hekke. Bondon. First played her international rugby in Amsterdam back in 2023, having played at the touch club that her father set up. Quarantine Bondon, who's assistant coach for Belgium today. Van Hekke flicks it back on the inside. How on earth did he get it there? Zayad Ojinazer goes over, but I think he was caught before the line. Ojinazer at the half. Van Hekke. Oh, missed pass over the top. Well read by Wales. Good defence. No chance for Amber van Meegeren to go over there. Wales finally have it back. Good defence from them, and they've kept out Belgium for what feels like the first time in this second half. Nice step. Good carry. Wales up to the 10. Belgium just affording the Welsh too many metres here in the carry, and they're certainly going to get a strike here. Britain. Azor is offside, so Britain is over, and it's another for Amani Jones. Ojinazer was offside, unfortunately, racing back. Finlay Britton punished him there, and it's a 6th try for Wales. But indeed, the try hasn't been given in the end. We saw Amani Jones go over, but Belgium have it back and suddenly have a hint of an overlap again. The pass is just beyond Sophia Varnav. Would have been a miraculous take. Wales still in the fight here, but they still trail by 3 with 7 minutes on the clock. Harries carries all the way to the 7. Harries getting on the outside. Touch made by Zoe Quinn. Wales have got plenty of space to the left. If they can use it, it's been spilt. The opportunity goes begging for Wales, and they remain 3 tries behind. But they worked really well to create that chance, sucking in the Belgium defence. It's been spilt in the carry by Belgium in response. And look, Belgium are halfway through their substitution, so there's a bit of space out there for Wales. Good pickup. Here's Parrott. Parrott, Ayres. Parrott again, goes himself. Looking to catch Belgium offside, but denied this time. Good pickup. Here's Harries. I think that came off a Welsh hand, so it's going to be a penalty and 6 more touches at the line for Wales. Good pickup. Parrott. Ball on the inside. Great read by Sean Train, who dislodged the ball as well. But I think hard touch is the call. So another penalty. A second penalty at the 7 metre. 1 more and Belgium will be down to 5 players. Parrott takes the touch, gets it on the return. Looking to take on Sean Train. Easier said than done. Oh, and the try has been given. Louis Chantrain was not onside when he made the touch, or indeed this time it's another penalty. Goodness me, another one. Wales have to score here. 3 penalties in a row, but the touch again was made. I think the first instance was not a penalty, just another set of touches, but we've still got 5 for Wales here. Parrott winds one up, keeps a hold, looks to take on both Sean Trains, now out in the middle, Henri and Louis, in the white cap and bucket hat respectively. Parrott. Touch made by Louis Chantrain. Nice footwork. Crashing over goes Oshin Ayres, who scores. Oh no, denied. And that's 2 penalties at the 7, and Wales haven't scored. And that's the difference, because I feel Belgium would have converted there. And with 4 minutes to go, they still trail by 3 tries, Wales. Oh, it's put down inside the 10-metre. Parrott. Wales have got to get a reel on here. The clock is no longer their friend, and they've given it away. Oh dear. Belgium may well have won the game if they can just use all 6 of their touches and drive Wales back into their own half. Van Hecker. Akil Combi. Loic Van Hecker. Combi. Van Hecker again. Combi at the half. Van Hecker at the link. Flying out to make the touch. Noah Williamson. Akil Combi. Takes the touch. Van Hecker on the pickup. He's got 2 outside him. Goes to the open side. There's 2 over for Wales. Soft hand should be enough. And Belgium have surely sealed the game. Wales were caught short-handed on the far side. Fantastic work from a new middle combination in Van Hecker and Akil Combi. And that is game over. And Belgium have pulled off the first shock of the 2025 Youth Atlantic Cup. And in a clinical performance, in the second half especially, they've taken the game away from Wales. It's certainly a better performance in the second half from Wales, who were 4-1 down at the break and did score 3 extra tries in this half with still time to grab another. But Belgium were relentless in attack. And unfortunately for Wales there, they haven't been able to create anything here. Here's Bondon. Nice ball on the inside for Chantrain, puffing his cheeks. He's worked hard in this opening game for Belgium. Off the deck from Florence Rowland, try scorer in this second half. Carried on by Zoe Quinn. And here's Chantrain. Van Hecker to the open side and then steps back in. There's 2 in red to make the touch. And Wales have it back. Seconds remain in this game. They started a tiny bit late, so the buzzer will go any moment now. And the game has been taken beyond Wales by a fantastic performance by Belgium. Here's Britain. Nice pickup. Williamson back on the inside. The pass is undercooked and beyond Britain. Chantrain weaving his way towards the box side. I think he knows the job may well be done if Belgium can simply burn these touches. Tiffin Bondon. A huge shock in our opening round here of the mixed under-18s as the defending champions have fallen to Belgium. Hail Mary pass towards the far side. Goes to ground, but a thumbs up from Chantrain towards the bench. I think they know that that won't have too much of an impact on proceedings. There goes the buzzer. Nice ball on the inside, through the cap flap for Williamson, but Britain is caught. And that will bring an end to the contest. The defending champions, Wales, have been beaten by Belgium. What a result for Josephine Fallon's side. And they have thrown their hat into the ring here to challenge in this mixed under-18 category. Belgium have South Africa on the horizon at 11:30, whereas Wales will have to regroup against a Scotland side badly beaten by England in their opener. But what a turnaround in our opening game, a fantastic performance. The Chantrain brothers in the middle have made all the difference. Fine performances across the board. Belgium take a historic victory over the defending champions Wales in the mixed under-18. But there is no time to take it all in because we're straight on to our next game, due to kick off in 4 minutes' time. It's an historic moment for Ukraine, who will be playing their first international fixture, and they're taking on France in the boys under 18. That's next after this huge win for Belgium. So there goes the buzzer, and it's a historic moment with Ukraine tapping off for the very first time in international touch. They're taking on France in the boys under 18 competition. An early spill will give France the ball in this first half, our first bit of action from the boys under 18 competition. Well, France did take home silverware in the mixed 15s in the Youth Atlantic Cup 2 years ago, but they'll be challenging for this competition as it's an early chance for the French. Good carry right up to the line by Arthur Ferry. Ball on the inside. Good defence from Ukraine. So Ukraine in the yellow and blue shorts against France in the all navy white trim, almost getting away. Fantastic covering touch from Alexandre Lichtel. Nice carry on the inside from Pavlo Pistoluk. Little show and go, and a dummy, and they slide through, but the touch is just about made. What a start that would be for Ukraine. And Dmytro Chernega. Laid back for Ihor Romanovsky. Romanovsky with a man over. Show and go, looks to go himself. Round the corner comes Dmytro Shevchuk. Big step off the right boot again from Ukraine. Oh, bit of dip of the head from Konstantin Prodatko. These Ukrainians full of flair, but France hold firm. England take on Wales over on field 2 in the under-18 boys competition after a huge win for their mixed open side, England against Scotland. But here come France. Good pick-up from Bastien Blanc. Pujnier diving in. And France have the opener. Cross of the hands from the referee, Martin Pujnier, not caught. And it's an opening score for the French. Now, obviously, this game has France as the heavy favourites, but of course it means a lot more than that, this fixture. With Ukraine's very first international involvement, it's just a pleasure to have them here. Although they have conceded first. So, here come Ukraine. Another set of touches at the halfway mark. Good take, good evasion as well from Ukraine, but top line speed from the French. Lipsy finds the pass, little weaving run, picked up by Yaramus. Oh, darting on the inside. France look to make the touch. One more for Ukraine. To the short side they go. Caught, and a turnover it is. Of course, the Ukrainians are as new to touch as I'm sure many of the viewers at home are. So just a miscount there, I think, before they had a chance to strike. Here go France to the box for the first time. Taken in by Alois Nicole. Great acceleration by Notuchevsky. Lovely switch back on the inside. Great pickup. Big step off the right boot. The ball goes to ground from Konstant Nogachewski. But I think France have been given the penalty here. Vladislav Gunnar forced to give it up. And it's Nogachewski. Arthur Ferry. Litchel again, accelerates through the Ukrainian defence and scores a second. Yaramar Yaramus just caught offside. And a second try for France. Plenty of changes in the offing for Ukraine, but it was taken in by Alexandre Litchel. And then he got it on the return and moved too quick for the Ukrainians. This boys under 18 competition, another round robin like the mixed 18s with the top two sides going through to semis. As Ukraine make great yards down the right hand side, but that final ball just evades the winger. Must say, incredibly fresh outfit for Ukraine with the blue and yellow socks as well, especially when they're pulled up like they are on the far side. Taken on by France. Great acceleration through the centre. Here's Andre Guyot. Opening try scorer, Pujnier. Wants it back. Pujnier again with a dive from long range. Up goes the hand from Ihor Romanovsky, but he is turned away by the referee, and the try's been given. France have 3. Ukraine looking to rebuild from halfway. Bit of evasion from Romanovsky. In fact, I think that was Shevchuk, Dmytro Shevchuk. Here's Pistoluk. But as the referee explains, I think they just reached the maximum amount of touches there and were sent away. Strolled up through the middle by Noam Bilger. Oh, good evasion from France, from Nathalie Sobillard. Litchell. Ferry back on the inside for Litchell, who is fallen upon by Vladislav Gunnar. But I believe the score has been given, and France have a fourth. Great acceleration from Ukraine all the way up to the 10. They're a side with great physical attributes. Gunnar back on the inside, lovely pass. And is that the moment for Ukraine? No, Corp just out wide. How close are we to seeing Ukraine's first ever international score live streamed in the game of touch rugby? Oh, it's juggled but just about held by Ruslan Lipshy. But all the touches ran out for Ukraine and France break away through Ferry. Maxime Pressa-Parente. Guyot. Oh, what a carry that is. Outstanding, and France in a good position here with Arthur Ferry. Penalty is the call. Referee with clear instructions for both sides. Alexandra Litchell with the tap. Arthur Ferry takes it on. Good pickup. Ferry on the return. 2 over. And he lofts it over the top. And the winger will dot down with acres of space. The freedom of the Limerick turf for Yona Chaffot. France have 5 in the first 10 minutes. So here come Ukraine again. Just a joy to see them out on the field, even if they are forced back by France at the moment. Oh, lovely little show and go, almost breaking through. Good read by Alois Nicole. Taken on by Vladislav Gunnar. Ball onto the outside, back to Gunnar. Touched and forced back to the 7. Delay on the pass, well read by France, turnover. And again, Ukraine come close, but not close enough from their first ever try on the international stage. Noam Bilger. Guyot in the big bucket hat. Yoann Choufo. Great line by Maxime Pressa-Parente. Off goes Pujnier. Oh, and all the way through goes the half. Enzo Cortial intercepted beyond the try line. Great work in defence by Ukraine. Good defence by the men in the men in yellow and blue. Touch and pass. So it's going to be a penalty. Unfortunately, Konstantin Predatko. Konstantin Predatko it is, penalised there. Here's Guillet. Pujnier, ball to the outside. France think they have another. But instead, great defence by Ukraine. So Ukraine just getting reset, taking the quick tap, and the acceleration is remarkable in these young players. Oh, and a bit of space might open up on the short side. Touch made, back go the Ukraine. Oh, it's just a bit of a miscommunication in midfield, and France waste no time. Off the deck from Choufo. Ferry. Big touch made on the 7. Ferry. Opening up. Nogachewski with the wide pass. The conversation to be had between the referee and I think it's France who are going to have it back. Arthur Ferry. Ferry stepping away, weaving on the inside. But the touch was made by Alexander Byshuk. Ferry. Nogachewski. Ferry again. Touch made. Good defense again from Ukraine. Under pressure here on their 7 meter. Nogachewski. Ferry. Nogachewski. Big show and go. Breaks through. Constant Nogachewski with a big pump to the right-hand side, which just had Alexander Byshuk on the turn, and the try scored. 6 up for France, 12 minutes in to the first half. Good drive from Ukraine in the early stages here. But just running out of options a little bit. Ukraine forced back, but a chance for Bogdan Bulgakov on this short side if they can find the winger. Oh, nice flick through the cat flap by Yaramus, but it doesn't result in anything here. And France have it back. Was a bit of space for the winger, but Yaramus is there to make the touch. Backpedaling though, good carry by Alois Nicole. Another good take from Litchell. Puznier goes to the open side. It's a 3-on-1, and it's dotted down by Andrea Guyot. 7 up for France. Clinical from a side who are certainly amongst the runners and riders in this under-18 competition. Opening try scorer Martin Puznier turns provider and picks out Andre Guyot, who will be the easiest to spot in his Aussie-style rimmed hat. Yaramus, good carry. Bogdan Bulgakov, who plays half. And some teasing footwork from Ukraine as they look to create a bit of space. Good show and go. But a turnover there. Just a player in the way, I think. Here go France again. Big dummy. Nogachewski's in behind. Great cover from Bulgakov. Look at the acceleration that Pressa Parent puts onto the ball. It's Nicole out wide to the winger. Another try on the offing for Chaffo. Alois Nicole takes the touch. He's got Bilger out in the middle. Goes himself. And Alois Nicole has 8 for France. New middle partners. Noam Bilger working alongside Alois Nicole. And in the end, a nice little fade away back on the inside. Has Ukraine 8 behind in their opening fixture. Dmytro Shevchuk. Oh, lovely footwork. Almost away. Shevchuk winding one up. Nice loose offload. Touch was made though, so Dmytro Chernega has to lay it back. Oh, good hands, almost all the way through for Ruslan Stasiuk. Ukraine threatening here. Oh, great line, picked out by Bogdan Bulgakov, but forced back. Again, it's out the back door and a bit of space opens up. Good cover in the end from France. Back to the 7 go. Ukraine laid back by Dmytro Shevchuk. Bit of a live wire out there. In the end, they just ran out of touches. Vladislav Gunnar forced to turn it over. doing my awful best with Ukraine, but of course, excellent kits. Unfortunately, the numbers on the screen in front of me here are almost entirely blended into the shirt. So it is tough to identify these fine young players. So apologies if every now and then I mistake one Ukrainian with another. But forced back there is Dmytro Shevchuk. Got Bulgakov on his left-hand side, and he carries here. Bogdan Bulgakov. Back on the inside goes Ruslan Stasiuk. Big miss pass, and it might open things up for Ukraine. Good read by Ferry. To the short side they go, but out of touches. Oh, indeed, that's a penalty for France. Just off the mark there. The ref's been pretty lenient on that for this side, new to touch, of course. Good carry. Ferry. And off goes Pressa Parent again. Absolute steam train, the French number 5. Bilger gets it back again. Bilger, he's got Parent outside, but he might just weave through himself. No score. Good defence from Ukraine. Oh, it's a penalty for France in a dangerous area. Tapped off the deck from Chaffot. Bilger. Alois Nicole. Bilger over the top. Off goes Alexander Litchel. Litchel! It's a final far-flung dive from Ihor Romanovsky, but he doesn't get there. And it's another on the board for France. Two number 15s going at it, but Alexandre Litchel just got ahead of Romanovsky there. And it's 9 for France in the first half. Ukraine get things going. Still 2 minutes to make an impact in this first half. They have, from the majority of their carries from halfway, made it to the French 7, which is the sign of a good attack, as I've absolutely jinxed them there. And they turn it over on the 10, and here come France. Constant Nogachowski. Nogachowski again. Ferry. Litchel. Hat-trick for the 15 of France. Now Ferry and Nogachowski in the middle again. A good partnership there. Looked to go wide for Chaffot, but instead it was just dotted for Alexander Litchel instead. Double figures in the first half for France. Here go Ukraine. One more chance before the break for them. Moving it left to right at the first time of asking. Quick ball for Ukraine, but unfortunately a penalty. And again, these are talented young rugby players, but they are significantly newer to touch than the other internationals, so those fine margins on the deck have made the real difference here in this first half. Guyot. Picked up by Kylian Savage, his sister Chloe, also playing in the competition. Over the top it goes, Savage on the edge. Oh, what a step! Back onto the inside, and Kylian Savage right into the action. A score right on half-time for France to take them well out of sight of Ukraine. But of course, this game means a lot more than that. It may well be a comfortable victory for France with 20 minutes still to go, but this is Ukraine's debut on the international stage, and it's fantastic to see them here. France, on the other hand, looking to get their campaign off to a perfect start in the under-18 boys competition. France, who tap off in the second half, they of course hold an 11-point lead over Ukraine. But of course, this is Ukraine's debut on the international stage. They became an affiliated touch member, an observer member back in October of 2024. And it's taken them just over a year to field a side on the international stage. A remarkable achievement. But of course, a tough opposition here against France, who will be highly competing for this semi-final berth at the end of the round-robin competition on Sunday. As soon as the buzzer goes, it will be Arthur Ferry who taps us off here. There goes the familiar buzzer. And it's France through Ferry, looking to get a bright start in this second half, and they have a 12 score. I think it might be another one for Alexandre Lichel. The tournament he's having so far. Plays at SMH touched as Alexandre Lichel. Here come Ukraine. Again, looking to drive forward, and again making it up well into that 7-metre area to threaten France. Here's Pishtaluk. Oh, lovely ball. Bogdan Bulgakov forced back. Picked up by Pishtaluk. Swung inside by Predatko. Nice switch. Oh, the show and go, just about caught, laid back and picked up by Shevchuk. Pishtaluk. Nice switch. Some fine footwork in there, but the final touch is made. So this Ukrainian under-18 side, known as the Cossacks, that's their nickname, with the trident on their jerseys in blue. In their training jersey, of course. Players from around Ukraine, from Kinetsky, Lviv, Ternopil, Ryan, Kiev, and even the Donetsk region, all gathered to represent their country on a historic occasion. Another try goes France's way. But the message on the Ukrainian Touch Instagram, crudely translated, is thank you to the armed forces of Ukraine for heroism and the opportunity to develop sports and educate healthy and strong youth in the free and independent Ukraine. That's what this group of players stand for, and that's a fine message to bring to a competition like this. They had a training session just before they flew out at the end of July in Lviv to bring them boys together. So they haven't played together long, these young Cossacks, as they are called. Here come Ukraine, into the French 7, looking to create some space, but the ball just put down in the face of two French defenders by Jaromir Jaramus. Good touch made by Ukraine. Up top by Dmytro Chernega. Kylian Savage lifts it off the deck. Here goes Lichel. Nicole. Lichel. Oh, great footwork from Lichel, who just about got on the inside of Vladislav Guna and scores another. Great work from Alouin Nicole, a volcanic touch. The club in France. And he links up with Lichel. Big step off the left boot, away from the long levers. The Ukrainian number 9, Vladislav Guna. France have 14, but Ukraine still fighting here, still battling on, still taking contact through Jaromir Jaramus. Great acceleration. Jaramus has it back, caught at the 7. Good line speed from France, forcing Ukraine back, laid back by Nikita Lernik. Oh, good line through the link channel, but Vladislav Guna's pass put down. defence from Ukraine, good high press. France still looking to work their way up the field, over halfway. Leacham, what a game he's had. Bastien Blanc, who heads back to the wing after playing half. Just pops up there and then slapped on by Konstant Nogachewski. Plays at racing touch, does Konstant Nogachewski. Ukraine will start from the 7 though. They've kept out France. Good defensive shutout for them. Oh, just knocked on unfortunately there as the switch was made. So another big chance for France. Let's go 15 up.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for rugby players. I just walking around at the moment. Feel free to say hello to them. Hi, everybody. To the
Ferry, Nogachewski. Ferry again. Nogachewski on his knees looking to catch it. Knocked on. And it's a quick tap from Ukraine, but of course he's got a run. Stunning switch, great carry. Oh, the touch goes up. Nikita Lernik there caught by Maxime Preseparent. Lernik. Another winding run, this time from Roman Pomirci. Pomirci again. Lernik. Looking for a switch on the inside. Chernega. Lernik. Big step off the left boot and the switch. Good movement from Ukraine. Flung over the top, maybe a hint of a 2-on-1. Guillot comes across to cover. And France keep out Ukraine. Oh, run all the way through from Ruslan Stasic. Last-ditch diving touch. I mean, that says a lot about this French team. Up by 14, still making crucial last-ditch touches like that. Here goes Guillot. This transition, remarkable from Nicole and company. Buznier. Enzo Courtiel. Courtiel over the top. Oh, what a ball! But it's been put down under pressure. Fantastic defense from the winger, Vladislav Gunnar. Switch on the inside. Ukraine take the first touch. Ooh, through the cap flap. And a dummy! Oh dear, touch made. So many bright moments in this game for Ukraine. France, unfortunately, so well set in defence. Some better movement, some good pace out wide, but unfortunately a turnover. Still over 10 minutes to go in this fixture. France still pushing for every point. Great carry, lovely step off the right boot from Enzo Courtiel, who caught the Ukrainians offside and scores a 15th score of the game. Well, this is a big, big scoreline. Of course, England taking on Wales elsewhere, while the host Ireland face Portugal. There are 6 sides in total in this under-18 competition, so They will all be through to the final series decider at 5:30 on Saturday. Here is Ukraine, dialing down the left-hand side. And they move it left to right so well, but that pass is just beyond the outstretched arms of Bogdan Bulgakov. So it's laid back by Maxime Pressaparent, who carries hard. It's an excellent transition by France. Konstant Nogachevsky has to slide to keep himself in play. Nogachevsky lays it back. Kylian Savage. And then Natial Sobrouillard back into play at number 6. Guyot. Big pass over the top. Good pressure by Ukraine. Tap back by Savage. I think penalty has been given in the end because it might have come off a Ukrainian hand. Alois Nicole. Pointing where he wants to go. Lifted over the top. Non Bilger. Oh, a bit of space out wide. What a take by Kylian Savage. On the loop as he grabbed it. What a take. Unbelievable. Natiel Sobrouillard waited and waited as long as he could, and what a catch on the swivel from Savage. France have 16 on the board. What a scoreline. But with 10 minutes to go, I think if Ukraine score here, their sideline would erupt. A first ever score on the international stage. Wouldn't it be remarkable to see? Bulgakov steps inside and out. Nice pickup. Quick ball for Ukraine. Oh, unfortunately just knocked on at first receiver. France on the transition have got Ukraine backpedaling at every stage. Here's Guyot carrying right through the centre. Jatho still at half, the winger. Nogachevsky. Ferry. Nogachevsky. Oh, it's just bounced off the head of the French player, so Ferry forced to give it up. Ukraine almost up to halfway. Lovely switches in play. They play like a 7-side at many times. With in the game of Union, with just keeping the ball alive. Flung back on the inside from Shevchuk. Shevchuk gets it back again. Bulgakov eventually has to cough it up. That's a roll ball, but unfortunately I think it was just a foot in the rollback by Ukraine, so a penalty for France. Bilger weaving through. Bilger still going. What a finish. No Bilger. Ukraine just a whisker away from making this touch just here. Oh, wonderful from Bilger. And a great finish by the Frenchman. 17 on the board. Tap for Ukraine. All about whether or not they can breach the French line in this game and get their first ever score on the international stage, with the half just caught by Nogachevsky. Oh, penalty is it? French possession has been given away. Here go Ukraine, chance for them. Big ball over the top, switch on the outside. Got to force France back here. Now they're running out of touches. Another nice switch. Oh, Romanovsky, Rice racing away, ball over the top. It's been spilled. Romanovsky was all the way through there, but he looked for support on the inside instead, and unfortunately the ball went down. Nogachewski, Ferry. Ferry scores. 17 up for France. Well, they know they're playing for their place in this French side, hotly contested, as spots in the team are, so they're not letting up here as they head towards that 20-point mark. Here come Ukraine again. Great movement, and they're already just a few inches short of that 7-meter line. They will have a chance to strike here. France make a couple of touches. Unfortunately, they just miscounted. It's a turnover. Here goes Alois Nicole. Again, there he is. Pressa Parente with a huge hard carry. And this time he finds a pass for Nathael Sobroyard. So the man who got started pushed the air back into the middle. Corsial, push the air. Touch made, up goes the hand from Vladislav Gunnar. But the try is given, and France have 19. I don't think Gunnar got all the way back to the line before he went to make the touch there. Ukrainian number 9, so instead it's another score. Alexander Bishuk with a first carry for Ukraine. Lipsy. Oh, it's an interception. And on the roll. France are off. But Lipsy made an important touch. Ruslan Lipsy made the touch that denied France a clean run-in. Nogachewski. Chaffo. Litchen. Chaffo again. Alexander Litchel. Forcing the touch, getting it on the return, and beating the link to the score. (20) for France.
Huh? 29. So the France Sweden? Yeah, France, Ukraine. It's the first game for the Ukraine.
Ukraine go direct again from the tap. That's a good carry from Nikita Lernik. Lernik back to the open side, wants it on the switch, ball goes down. France have it back, unfortunately. For Ukraine, that is. Not that I'm taking sides here at all, but I would love to see Ukraine get on the board. Oh, what a step by Enzo Cortial. But in the end, he's got to retreat. Conversation to be had between the referees here. In the end, it's laid back by Bastien Blanc, and France still have it. Arthur Ferry. Ferry. Oh, lovely footwork to deceive the Ukrainian middle pair and score another. Drawing out the Ukrainians, and once the touch was made, it's this step. Well, indeed, that's the previous try scored by Alexander Lichel. But can you blame the team here? There's far too many to count for France there. By a very large scoreline here. goes Roman Primerici. Off the deck from Bulgakov, and good effort to keep it alive in midfield, but the ball goes to ground. Well, with this game done and dusted for some time, we can look ahead to our next contest, which is our first bit of action from the girls under 18 and our first look at the hosts of this Youth Atlantic Cup. It's England taking on Ireland in the girls under 18 competition, while over on pitch 2, France face Wales. As France, in the meantime, score try number 22. As we've said already, this game is not to be defined by a fantastic French performance, although that has been the case. It is all about Ukraine, the Cossacks' first ever appearance on the international stage. It's a heavy defeat to a heavily favoured French side, but that is not what is really the point here in the opening game of the under-18 round robin of the Youth Atlantic Cup. It's about the growing game, and it's about just outside of a year since they first became observer member number 75. On October the 4th, Ukraine have a team entered in an international competition. That itself is a fine achievement. Young lads with plenty to learn about the game of touch. Fine athletes that they already are. For France, job done, on to the next one. They've got big games in the offing, up against Ireland, the host, at 1:10 p.m. this afternoon. But our next game from the Youth Atlantic Cup, of course, it's a first bit of action for the girls under 18 competition. It's our first sight of England on field 1 and the hosts Ireland. That's next, live here from the University of Limerick. Welcome back to our third game of the Youth Atlantic Cup 2025. It's England taking on the host Ireland in our third game of the competition and our first game of the under-18 girls competition. It's Ireland with an early drive. In fact, there we go. It's England diving over for the first score. Oh, in fact, they've been denied by Ireland at the line. Thank the Lord for that, because the cameras weren't quite ready. It's England in the red and white taking on the dark green of Ireland. I'm delighted to be joined by Joe Simon for this one. Joe, you've assistant head of social media Youth Atlantic Cup, and also just generally helping everyone out while the Simon family coach and advise and run this entire event. But it's been fantastic so far.
Oh yeah, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I mean the rain stopped, which is a bonus. I was speaking to the Ukraine team manager yesterday. He said she counted it rained 7 times yesterday.
Just softened up the grass perfectly for this girls under 18 competition. And it's some soft hands from England.
Oh, great hands.
Straight down the right hand side. This
and
could be the opener. What a finish! And the try has been given.
Excellent. Great finish on the wing there.
Well, something out of nothing really for England. It's an outstanding finish. It just looked like simple hands down the right-hand side as they were looking to create an opportunity, but instead a fantastic opening score. England go 1 up. Chance for Ireland's carry for the first time through Holly Goodwin. Oates. And carried on by Hunt Byrne. Goodwin driving towards the 7. Great work round the corner, Zoe Hunt Byrne. Goodwin in the middle. A little bit wide there, the winger, but cutting in comes Jen Kennedy. Good defence from England. Great first defensive set from England, Joe.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, just keeping the way from the line. The Irish dumped it inside the 7 there. They really want to be dumping it on the 7.
Good carry up through the centre from Eloise Hillebrand as England to strike for the second time. Thea Hall with a great ball out wide, and again racing down the wing. This time it's Jocelyn Diasatis. Edwards picked up by Maisie Rosewell. Kate Edwards. We're going to draw out the Irish here. Touch on the 7. Picked up by Hall. Good delay on the pass, straight through the link hole goes Ruby O'Dell, and the try is being given. It's a second for England.
That's fantastic. That was a ball away from Maisie, the girls' captain there, and diving in is Ruby O'Dell, one of the Nottingham and Midland Women's Open players.
Maisie Rosewell has a story that I think many will sympathise with, how she got into touch rugby. She was at her brother's rugby club, and a couple of the girls had stopped playing contact with the men's side as the age group split. So the club created a girls' junior team, and from the first training session, she says she fell in love with the game and is now captaining her country at age grade level as a hint of a knock-on there, I think, off the floor, has handed possession back to England. A bit of a slow transition for them here.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there in the changeover.
But when they make the ball move for them and make their way out wide, they make plenty of yards, this England under-18 side.
Great from Abby Wolf there, good yards.
Another good carry, that time from Lily Steele. I think they're most likely the favourites in this category. A Steele goes straight through the hole and dives from a long way out.
Oh, unlucky she's dropped it. Ball down. Unlucky Livy.
Just about knocked on there. But as we were saying, it's a really well put together England under-18 setup for the girls. They're fairly confident coming into this competition, do you feel, Joe?
Absolutely. They're just running onto the ball with pace. It makes such a difference. You know, the roll balls, they're not static. They've got runners from deep. It makes a massive difference in your driving.
It's a good drive from Ireland, though, who look to respond. They're 2 down on home soil in their opening game in the under-18 competition. Niamh Purtill just takes a tumble, and it's a turnover for England. Off to the races goes
That's Eloise
Hillebrand. Hall. Good transition from England. They've made a couple of changes, and as they come looping around the corner, make plenty of yards. Isabel Jones. Hall sliding in herself.
Yeah, ball down.
Try given. Another score. England have 3. What a start for this
Fantastic.
under 18 women's side. Great finish from Hall this time. And Ireland will have to drive from halfway again. Carried on by Molly Guy. Good line from Goodwin, who started out in the middle there for Ireland. Zoe Hunt-Byrne. Guy. Goodwin. Driven back by England. Good line speed from them.
Yeah, they're pushing them right out onto the 9 metres there.
Zoe Hunt-Byrne. Goodwin. Caught. And it's very casual defence from England in the end. Well, what do you make of this under-18 coaching staff then, Joe? Andy Pinacid, Claire Wilkinson as the team manager, and one Phoebe Simon is the assistant coach as well.
Yeah, Phoebe Simon, yeah, she's my daughter stepping in for the girls 18s. She's absolutely loving coaching this team. So much progression and development over the training camps. And obviously Andy, been coaching the girls 18s for a number of years now, and with much success. They often like to leave it quite close though.
Well, they've got a decent lead at the moment here against this under-18 Irish side. The host though, back on the 7. Molly Guy, ball back on the inside for Goodwin, caught by Abigail Wolfe. And England have it back again as they look to transition out of their own half, where they've spent the last few moments at least.
Oh, great yards by Abby. Abby all the way through. She's running through.
Wolfe with a break, clean through. Another score that seems to apparate out of nothing for England. But that is just the quality that they possess.
That's fantastic. Abby Wolfe been selected for one of the England's women's opens teams, so she'll be out in Italy, in Calvisano, in a few weeks' time. So you can see why with that pace.
I think the Irish defence just lost their bearings a touch and exploited ruthlessly by Abigail Wolfe, whereas England's 4th already in this first half. Oates. Teenan. Oates with a strong carry. Up to the 7, laid back, this time on the 7 metre, as you suggested, Joe. Good defence again from England. And it's another turnover. Not having perhaps the rub of the green, this Irish touch side at the moment, which is unlike the Irish, but unfortunately at the moment they're being outclassed by England, who lead by 4 just 8 minutes in. Ball across from Palmer all the way to the wing, and here come the changes. Theo Hall amongst them. Good acceleration from Izzy Horsfall.
Oh, nice little dummy there.
Rosewell, the captain, steps off the left. Up goes the hand from Teenan. Threatening here, England again, looking for their 5th score, but this time a shutout from Ireland, and a much needed one, because in the game of touch, you've got to defend just as well as your opponent in order to carve out any opportunities down the other end.
Yeah, England just looked like they ran out of ideas on that attack.
Oh dear, that's a penalty in a dangerous area.
Hello.
And Ireland have been caught napping. They're halfway through making their substitutions. So it allows Maisie Roswell to score off the tap. And Roswell goes over.
That's a shame. They're all in their transition, and that's just very quick thinking there by England.
So obviously you can't score as the half in the game of touch, but from a tap penalty, indeed you can go all the way yourself. And Rosewell has a 5th for England.
Yeah, that's really what you don't want in when you're just starting off your attack, to give the ball away, because obviously half your team have left the field to go and get the subs on.
Nice ball on the inside for Pertil, who's there at the half again for Ireland. Somerville. Ooh, that's a very physical coming together.
Oh, referee's having a word there.
Well, I think hard touch is
Ella
the likely
Dean.
call.
Ella Dean's been called for that. Let's have a look.
Somerville looking to give the offload, and it's a fast line speed from Ella Dean, as you said. She is quick.
So, she's held her ground there, but Obviously the Irish girl's gone down. Want to make sure she's okay.
Well, England will have some defending to do. Substitution to be made. Irish player able to comfortably walk off the field. I think might have just caught a hand in the face there in the end.
Yeah, they were quite. The touch was quite high, wasn't it?
It's a big opportunity this for Ireland. Kiva Mooney comes onto the field. Mooney sliding in.
Oh, great dive.
What a start.
Fantastic dive. Short side.
Kiva
Nice.
Mooney with her first touch of the ball in this contest has Ireland's first try of the competition live here on Field 1 in the girls under 18 competition. And they're back in the game with 10 minutes still to go in the first half.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh. Yeah, England caught napping a bit there in defence.
Can't start.
But yeah, great score
Game
by
any
Ireland.
better though, Kiva Mooney. And England from their transition from halfway have given up possession as well. So maybe the tide is just turning for Ireland here on home soil at the University of Limerick. Holly Goodwin rolls it back. Off goes Molly Guy. Guy, Goodwin. They're looking to open things up. That's a fantastic line from Hunt Byrne.
Good touch by Steele, cover touch there.
An important one to slow down this Irish procession. Nice step off the right boot, looking to get away from Wolf, who makes a good touch. Goodwin teasing the offload out wide, but flying across comes Steele to make the turnover.
Yeah, unfortunately Ireland just ran out of space there.
Well, it's a top performance from England so far, and they will be confident in this category, but it's a highly populated under 18 girls competition. Is unbelievable.
Hillebrand's just weaving in and out of there.
Is Hall, the captain Rosewell. Rosewell again, steps off the left.
Ooh. There was an offside there, but there must have been a touch by an onside player.
Up went the hand from Kayla McNamara, but almost a score for the captain again, Rosewell. She'll take the tap. Pick out Ruby O'Dell. O'Dell. There's a tumble there in the Irish defence, and it might let Matilda Tinker in for another try. And it's another score for England. An unfortunate slip there by the winger. Left Tinker unmarked. Ruthless for England, no waiting around.
Yeah, that was an unorthodox move with a quickie from the winger there, but yeah, it worked, a treat.
So in this under-18 competition, South Africa, France and Wales also compete in this round-robin format, which will have semi-finals for the top three sides.
Ella Dean up the middle there. They did a little away set, and they've created all sorts of space.
Wolf heads off the field as she lays it back. England waiting for their changes. Steele off the deck for Hillebrand. Edwards. Could be a 2-on-1 here for England, but Palmer goes herself and scores another.
Fantastic, that was it was a fly, so where all the defence come flooding on around the side, and you draw those defenders in and then just pass off the ball.
7-1 in the early stages of this game. Of course, over on Field 2, France take on Wales in this same competition, with South Africa being given a bit of rest. England will be back again live on Field 2 at 2 o'clock for their second game against Wales, doing their opener. In half-time, they're 7-1 up. It's a clinical performance from England.
Yeah, 7-1. It's pretty good score for half. Still got 5 minutes to go.
As Ireland look to close the deficit through Kiva Mooney again. Mooney can't score her second. Oh dear, I think almost.
Oh, we've got a lace situation, I think.
A classic in any variation of rugby. Touch is no different in that respect. There's some nice hands from England. Reach the winger.
Again, a lot of the England teams are doing this now, where they just don't do the towards the box. They go away from their box as they start their drive, and it seems to be working really well.
Seems to have made them plenty of yards, and here do come the substitutions. Thea Hall amongst them.
Great place here.
Good speed of ball as well. Hall again.
Diving
has
in. Yeah.
Ireland backpedaling, and Thea Hall diving in for her second.
That was just brilliant. It was all about the pace coming on for the box. It was just all running hard, great timing, and then just finishing off with a fantastic dive.
You see Thea Hall here celebrating before the referee's even given it, because she knows that she was over. 8-1 now before the break. Ireland in real trouble. Good win. Guy. Zoe Hunt-Burn. Some good carries here.
Oh, that was over the mark, unfortunately.
Good spot, Jonas. Turnover for England. And that has perhaps been the difference. England have given away, you know, penalties you could count on one hand, whereas Ireland, unfortunately,
just not clinical enough, unfortunately. Oh, there we say that, and then
commentator's curse strikes again in the game of touch, and a chance for Ireland. We're back to neutral territory. We'd like to see them get back into the game here. Oh, a slip. But the ball is still there for Holly Goodwin and Molly Guy. Goodwin, good line. Up goes the hand of Ella Dean. So back to the 7 go Ireland. Molly Guy. Holly Goodwin. Guy. Hunt-Burn. Goodwin. They're going to make things happen for Ireland. They just run out of touches there. So a difficult first half for the Irish attack. But this England side is so athletic.
Oh, there we go.
And
Ella through the middle.
Net again. It's Ella Dean this time.
Yeah, they won't. I don't think they'll catch her.
They will not catch Ella Dean. She saunters home in the end. Not even an Irish player in shot when she touches down. And that's 2 long-ranged efforts we've seen in this game. Our first of the competition.
Yeah, Ella is one of 3 Deans playing in this tournament. So her brother's just played the boys' 18s, and a younger brother's playing in the mixed lines 15. So
touch as usual, a family affair. Ireland with perhaps 1 or 2 chances before the break to close the deficit, because this game could well be getting away from them here. Amy Oates. McNamara. Good line from Tienan.
Oh.
But turned away at the door by England again.
Oh, that was a bit of a loopy pass.
Good take from Steele.
Yeah, good hands.
Good line speed from Ireland. Touch made by Leah Hewlin. What a carry by Steele, all the way up to halfway.
Great yards again.
Hall. Rosewell. Good pick up from Rosewell. Now looks to the short side. Hall. One more. Oh, the dummy all the way through.
Oh, it's been given.
Ivy Lyons. So sure she made the touch. But instead, England cracked double figures before the break. It's just a terrifying performance if you're watching on like the South Africans are at the moment on their game break.
Yeah, ball down, little show and go, and then ball down, unfortunately, just before the touch.
Hall almost lost the cap, just about kept it in play. And we're approaching the final minute of the half. Ireland will be desperate to get on the scoreboard before half-time through Fitzpatrick.
England defence there just completely shutting them down.
Pertil. Somerville. Pertil with options, but goes through the centre. And there's 2 in white to make the touch. Abigail Wolfe amongst them. With a minute to go, we may well have seen our final score in this second half to come.
Oh, nice delay
Good delay on the pass. Ball down. Maybe a chance for Ireland. "40 seconds on our clock here. We await the buzzer, of course. Pertil. Ireland up to the 7. Niamh Somerville. Pertil. Somerville again. Pertil skips out the middle and finds the link this time, but Somerville is on the retreat. Touch made, so England backpedaling. Nothing coming for Ireland there.
Oh, little
maybe a penalty.
knock on. There's a knock. Oh no, she's given ball down. She thought it was a knock on, but she's apparently, I think the sideline ref has said
Good
Ball
spot.
down.
Good to have 3 officials always in play as the buzzer goes. And that will take us through to half-time. What a performance by England under-18s. They came flying out of the blocks. And then 2 outstanding long-range efforts have separated these sides by some margin. Ireland, the host, have a mountain to climb to get back into this one. England looking for an under-18s title in the girls' competition. And Joe, they look well on their way for that, even at this early stage.
Yeah, I think they just look really dominant, and when they're running on the ball at pace, it doesn't look like anyone will be tricky to stop them, I think. So I think the coaching team will be pleased with that.
Indeed they will. A second half soon to come here between Ireland and England, with England up by 10-1 at the break. We await the buzzer that will bring us into the second half. It's a first half dominated by England under-18s, who are the favourites in this category, as England are in perhaps a number of the categories here at the Youth Atlantic Cup. The only Tier 1 nation competing in this competition, with Australia and New Zealand staying at home for this one. But the growth in all areas of touch is really something that is clearly noticeable from a rise of about 30 teams to 45 teams, a rise of 9 countries to 12 competing since the last Youth Atlantic Cup in Nottingham just 2 years ago, Joe.
Absolutely, and I think a few of the nations took a bit longer to come back into their programmes after COVID, but it's great now to see Scotland back in here and the other nations growing. And I think maybe a little bit of World Cup effect in there. You know, it's just the sport is growing phenomenally across the world.
Good chance for Ireland to get back into this game with a couple of quick tries. They've certainly got time to do so. Around the corner goes Pertil. Somerville on the return puts it down. England defend well inside their 7 again, which has been noticeable, Joe. Once they are camped in their 7, their defence is excellent.
Unfortunately, the Irish seem to be dumping the ball slightly inside the 7, so they're not giving themselves any room, any space, no thinking time on the ball, so they're just kind of meeting up the English defence off the line a bit quick.
A rare unforced error from England under 18, so Ireland will have to capitalise on this. Off goes Niamh Somerville. McNamara. Ireland need a little bit more impetus here as they approach the 7. Somerville.
A little bit of indecision there, I think. He's got to get their comms up, these girls. So,
Pertil.
There we go.
Pertil again goes for the line, flying out. First half try scorer Abigail Wolfe wins it back for England.
Yeah, unlucky Ireland. That was a good dive there.
England go to the edge, and now we'll switch it towards their box side, as we've seen them do a number of times. Just given a bit too much space there to march forward. Now Thea Hall carries over halfway for England. Good hands into the midfield for Kate Edwards, and some acceleration might open up Ireland here. Off goes Hillebrand again, but good defence from Ireland, who have kept England out for the first time in the second half.
They're a little bit slower off the transition there, so ran out of space on their final attack.
I mean, Joe, it can be tough to motivate a team when you go into half-time.
Unfortunately, that was
either
fairly
down or
well
up by 10.
over the mark there, unfortunately.
Penalty England over the mark, as you spotted. So England with a chance. Hall. Edwards at the half. Hall on the return. Good read in defence from Ireland. Cross comes Jen Kennedy, I believe, out wide. Edwards. Quick pick up again for Kate Edwards. Winding one up. Oh, there's a hint of a missed pass. It's just rocketed off the face of an Irish defender.
I hope she's all right there.
Well, when it comes off the head, what is the call? It's not really a knock-on. It's Ireland possession, I believe.
Yeah, ball down. Oh,
That's a penalty.
He's changed their mind. Apparently, they're not quite sure what the call is. Looks potentially like an offside.
Well, offside was coming anyway, in fact, for England. So a big chance for them there.
Yeah, it's calling offside there.
Start from the edge through Matilda Palmer. Ruby O'Dell, all the way across the face for Hall. Edwards, Hall, winger over. If England can find her, down quickly.
That was great.
And in the end,
Oh,
the score has not been given because across came Kennedy to deny England, and they'll have to reset at the 7 again. Edwards.
good
Again.
touch.
The door closed by Holly Goodwin. Hillebrand. Bit of a live wire. Onto the 7, lifted for Edwards. On the wrap goes O'Dell.
No.
Good defence from Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying just before the turnover, it can be difficult to motivate a side, either up by 10 or down by 10.
Yeah, sometimes your head go down. This is where the Catchins role comes in, keeping everyone positive. And you just got to look at taking the wins away. Just focus on what you want to achieve out of the game so that you come out with some positives.
But equally, from an England perspective, 20 minutes still to play and you're up by 9. Got to keep the standards high.
Yeah, absolutely. That's you don't want to be switching off. Just you need to keep the focus and keep pushing through.
There's the tap before halfway, as Ireland's transition was strong, but not strong enough to threaten the English line. And no scores as of yet in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Can these England substitutes change that? Captain Roswell to the open side, sliding in.
Ball down.
Great finish. And the captain, Maisie Rosewell, back amongst the scorers. She's been fantastic, Joe, for England so far today.
Absolutely. And is that the first score for this half?
First score of the second half, indeed, on the 5-minute mark. England 11-1 up. She talks about her favourite memory in touch, Maisie Rosewell, being her first ever game for England when she played for the mixed 15s back in 2022, before the first ever Youth Atlantic Cup. And
yeah, that would have been back in Vichy. It was a hot 3 days. I think they had to reduce the games to 10-minute quarters to get drink breaks because it was so hot.
We were discussing as Ireland looked to break here through Pertil, fortunately put down. We were discussing at the break that the difference between some of the sides here today at the under-18s level will be that a lot of them have been playing international touch since they were 15.
Oh, absolutely, and some even before. Yeah, so some sort of, well, they were mixed 15s, but they would have come in at maybe 13, 14. So they've been in the programme quite some time, and it really shows.
Absolutely. That's a good pick-up here for Somerville, but ushered out of it by this stalwart English defence. Neem Somerville. Fitzpatrick. Pertil. Oh, ball is loose. Just ran out of ideas there, Ireland, a little bit. It's a great finish for the first try of the second half. Maisie Rosewell, whose sporting idol is former England goalkeeper Mary Earps.
Good choice, good choice.
Absolutely. Talks about the passion that Earps has as a footballer, which she sees in herself when she plays touch. The England under-18s captain, who's got the only try this second half so far. England looking to change that here. Great run.
Oh.
Ball across, looking for Hall. It just off target from Hillebrand.
That was a great pass there, just unfortunately to ground.
Still just over 10 minutes to go. Pace of the game slowed a touch after that first half, but I mean, it couldn't have really increased, could it, given how outstanding England played. All back on the inside from Leah Hewlin, looking to get Ireland going. Off the deck from Hewlin again. Here's Guy. Nice pick up. Ireland rolling here from Goodwin. Hewlin on the edge. Well defended by England. A solid touch. And in the end, I believe a penalty on the 10 has got England back in possession.
Yeah, not sure what that one was for, but here England come again. Oh, quick
Great
hands.
to get on the outside of the high Irish press. What a take by the winger. Diving to clutch Hall's offload.
I think the wingers saved the link there a bit with that dive to catch.
Spared her blushes, certainly. Isabel Jones. Rosewell, the captain again. Good pick up from Jones. Rosewell gets the ball away, but just overran the hard line there. The link coming into play. And Ireland will have possession on the 7-metre through Zoe Hudburn.
Oh, good hands.
Great
juggling
hands
there.
from Guy. That could have been a turnover in a dangerous area.
This is a better drive by Ireland. Look
Bit
at
of
it.
space opens up for Goodwin down the edge, but I think she's going to just come all the way back to inside the 10. Oh goodness, all the way back. And it's a penalty, I believe, for England. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, that's a shame. What was that
Touch
for?
and pass.
Yeah.
The offload that freed Goodwin, regardless. Tap taken by Jessica Yarker on the field for the first time. Yarker to the short side again through Tinko, who dives in, but can't score.
Touch made.
Yarker. England spread the play.
Coming for a sweeper play
Yarker
here.
on the wraparound, diving in through two Irish players.
Great defence.
Touched by Tiernan and Ivy Lyons between the two of them. Not in a great rush to get each play back underway here, England, given the scoreline. You feel you can't blame them, really. Yarker.
Here we go, another sweeper fly.
This time trying to sneak through the Irish defence, maybe looking for an offside call, but not given. So laid back by Jones again. Here's the captain, Rosewell. What a pass over the top!
Oh, no way, 5th touch.
Eva Artingstall scores in the end. Welcome to the Atlantic Youth Touch Cup. Artingstall's first touch of the ball. But what an offload from who else but Maisie Rosewell. Oh, big tummy, and then chucks it through the contact.
Brilliant.
Drawing in 2 touches on the way through. Well, she says that she has great ambitions to one day play for the Women's Open of England, who of course famously won a bronze medal at the World Cup last year. And well, with performances like this at the under-18 level, they can't ignore her for long.
No, that's great. And the benefit for these girls is obviously their coach Phoebe Simon was a member of that Women's Open bronze medal winning team. So she'll have lots of knowledge and skills that she'll be passing on to these girls that will hopefully drive them on to play for the Women's Open in future.
Beat Japan in that bronze medal game.
Yeah, it was
in the World Cup.
It was incredible.
And this the first international tournament since in the Northern Hemisphere at least, with Italy and Scotland on the horizon for the seniors and the European Cup. Little show and go to get England rolling. Sort of 8 minutes to go in this contest. There's more scores out there if they want them. Ireland just looking to restore a bit of pride going into their next fixture, which will be crucial. All sides in this round robin will be through to the finals eliminator, but if you finish in the top 3, you're straight through to the semis.
Oh, here we go.
They sive through there. But
No,
Kate Edwards caught. But finishing top 3, you play a game less ahead of the knockouts, which is, given the physical qualities of this sport, a life send for some of these sides.
Yeah, 40-minute games. They're you don't often get, so all the mixed NTS we play, they're 10 minutes each way, so it makes a big difference, a 40-minute game.
An introduction to senior touch. Although, of course, most of this England team, in fact, practically all of this England team play at least at the top level of club touch.
Yes, yeah, there'll be many of these will be playing in Division 1 in the mixed.
And playing regional as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, a physical touch there. Sends Fitzpatrick tumbling, but play on. Here's Molly Guy. Good line from Goodwin, sliding over.
Oh, it's such a shame there because she had a link hole. If only she'd passed it off.
Here come England as they head towards the box. Taken on by Hall. Good pick-up as the sun is threatening to break through here at Limerick, as it did in the opening ceremony yesterday.
Absolutely.
What a carry.
I've been watching the forecast for the past week.
Well, it brightened up since the last couple of days. No rain today, we hope, as they slide
score.
in for another.
Great
England have a third in this second half. The rate of scoring may have slowed compared to the first, but the quality has not let up. It's a good strike.
A little quickie there and diving in.
Another score for Maisie Rosewell, the captain. What a start to her tournament.
Absolutely brilliant.
She spoke so positively about the tournament coming into it, speaking about how privileged she was to have the chance to captain this incredible group of players. Play another tournament for England. She's racking up the caps at youth level as unfortunately the pass goes loose and Ireland have to give it up. Ball back on the inside, but a space for Ella Dean. Nice work round the corner. Good shape from Eva Artingstall.
I think England's hands, they've just been great, haven't they? They've not dropped many balls. They've been
pretty flawless in this game. Laid back by Artingstall. Wolf. Wolf at the half. Dean to her right. And it's straight into the link hole. England score a 14th try. What a performance.
That's great. These two play for a Monday Night League team in Nottingham, so they know each other really well. So they'll just, sometimes comms are not even needed. They just know what each other are going to do. So
Fantastic performance. 5 minutes still to go. Ireland will look for a second try at the moment. Kiva Mooney scored with her first touch of the ball. And that's as threatening as Ireland have been this second half. They need to create something more. Mooney with a good carry. Here's Somerville. Just puts the handbrake on. Pertil. Mooney. Somerville. Straight through the centre. Two middles of England. Not sold by that dummy. Somerville lays it back. Pertil. Good hands out wide on the swivel from Kennedy. But out of touches there. England on the transition, a bit of space opens up down the right. Great carry from Tinker. It's tough sometimes being a winger in touch. You've only got fleeting moments to influence the game.
absolutely.
Tinker's done really well when called into action.
And especially when you're on the run there, and the temptation is just to try and get past, and then you go over the mark, which he'd really cleverly slowed down to make sure you got a really clean dump to make sure the drive continues.
Well, this game is certainly over, and it's a great start for England, who can look ahead to their next game at 2 o'clock, which will be live on pitch 2 when they take on Wales, who at the moment are level with France, 5 apiece in a great game. But again, they'll be favourites in that one. Bit of under 15 action for our next 3 games. First, France, Ireland in the mixed 15s, then England, Wales in the under 15 boys, and then return to the mixed 15s for the Cayman Islands, taking on Wales again. Those are our next 3 games from 11:30, 12:20 and 1:10 onwards as we move into the afternoon. Hall slides in for England. And the 15 try mark has been met. Oh dear, I think actually it was a penalty given.
I think it's not advancing off the line from the referee.
So the arm went out from the referee, which is
it looked like he was going to give a try.
Peter Hall certainly thought it was a try, booted the ball away, and we're back for a penalty in fact, so England stay at 14. I trust the players. If they kick it back to halfway, I assume they've scored. Off go England again. This time it's Edwards.
Yep, score down.
And normal service resumes. England over the try line again.
I think sometimes the kick back to halfway is more in hope. Try and persuade the referee that they've scored.
Edwards, good finish.
Quality.
Well, this has been a fantastic performance. And England are far and away the top side in this under 18 girls competition of the evidence we've seen so far. Taken on again by Goodwin, constantly carrying for Ireland in this game. Goodwin off the deck for Guy, but again, that is a bit of a coach killer for Ireland. 2 minutes to go, that might have been their last chance to really threaten England. Touch made on Rosewell. This game done and dusted for England. Great carry through the centre.
Good pace there.
Ireland are backpedaling here. Out comes Goodwin to make the touch, but lifted over the top. Great offload.
I think the
turnover.
touch has been given. Yeah.
Well, a chance to reflect on this game, as it's certainly over in terms of competitive edge, but also a chance to reflect on our early morning session at the Youth Atlantic Cup. Joe, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Oh, it's been a great morning. I mean, the pitches are absolutely beautiful. It's like playing on a carpet compared with what we've been used to in after our dry summer in England. With the athletes have been having to tape themselves up because of the scars they get when they dive. So,
but not anymore.
No, not on this beautiful grass.
So great congratulations to the University of Limerick for hosting this tournament, and the hosts here, Ireland, have been comfortably beaten in the end by England. But they still have a chance here with 30 seconds to go. Maybe to strike at the line once more. Tiernan.
It's a real shame because on touch 5, you really want to be trying to set up for a strike.
Tiernan again goes flying over, but the touch is made by Jessica Yarka. There goes the buzzer. England under 18s might look to break one more.
Oh, there
Abigail
she goes
Wolf
again.
is going to go the length. Across comes Louise Tay, but it's another score on the buzzer for Abigail Wolf.
Oh, that's just punishing, isn't it? And you've just come into the end of the match, you're tired. But yeah, great vision from Abby there.
England's tournament at the under 18 level in the girls category is off to the perfect start. The home team, Ireland, soundly beaten, still with many games to play and much to look forward to for the rest of the round robin. Joe, thank you so much for joining us in this one.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Now, a fantastic performance by England under 18. We look ahead for 3 fixtures on the bounce from the under 15 category. Up first, France-Ireland in the mixed 15s. That's the next game, live here from the Atlantic Youth Touch Cup at the University of Limerick. we have our first of 3 under-15s games on the bounce. Up first, our opener in the mixed 15s. It's the reigning champions France taking on the hosts Ireland, and I'm delighted to be joined by men's open and under-18s coach Sean Ballant. Sean, thanks for being with us, and well, we've already had some lovely little insider knowledge from you. A great-looking Portugal side at under-18s.
Yeah, first tournament for Portugal under 18s, and yeah, very good first half, 5-all at half time. We luckily got the win with a 7-5, a few scores in the second half just to get a good start to the tournament for us.
And we've had a couple of games in the mixed under-15s category already. The England Lions played Portugal at 10:40 the game before. No result from that just yet, but Wales put 16 on China in their opening game. Of course, the Welsh love the mixed open category. But it was France who beat England in the final 2 years ago in Nottingham. As Ireland race away down the outside, Killian Doyle. I think he was touched before he leapt into touch there. So Ireland with a fast start. Chan. Rangatawa. Long ball over the top, an ambitious one, Sean. But bright start for Ireland.
Yeah, no, doing well. A lot of speed on the outside, and they're listening to their coaches, killing the ball on the far side of the pitch, so making France box all the way over to the far side just to get off the pitch.
Well, Killian Doyle's cousin Oscar Dunn played for a couple of years before he himself got involved. And his sporting idol is Cheslin Colby, the flying South African winger, and saw a bit of it there. As France now attack in earnest for the second time. Over the 7 they go. Racing away goes the half. Fantastic carry by Maxime Clenet, but caught before he could find the supporting player in Isaac Gibbs.
Yeah, it's good defence there from the Irish. Just knowing that dummy half can't score, so marking everyone else and making that touch just before they put the ball down.
Gibbs up in the line to make the touch and lifted off the deck by Ronan McLaughlin. McLaughlin carries on. It's a great pickup by Tyler Klopper. Lofted over the top. Ball's a little bit loose. Louis Chambers can't get a hold. So a bit of a tetchy start for two sides, just sort of feeling each other out at the start of the game.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be, I'm not sure if this is their first game.
This is the
first game, so yeah,
sides.
It'll be a nervy start, so just feeling themselves into the tournament, and hopefully I'm sure that'll go away in the next few minutes. We'll see some good scores come through.
Racing around the corner came Archer VK. Nice step off the left from Bertu. Bertu wants the switch on the inside, playing half, lifts it over the top, and dotted down by Guilherme Archevique.
Foot and touch, unfortunately, just on the dead ball line. Ref's got his eagle eyes on.
But what a lovely run that was by the half. Drew in about 3 Irish defenders before giving the ball on the inside. But Ireland look to transition. Kloppers takes the touch. And they stick down the box side for the moment. Off the deck again from Charisse Brennan. Oh dear, that's a turnover, Sean.
Over the mark. Yeah, the refs are on it today. It's good though. Under 15s is it's a tough age group.